up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is the big day of the Dub Fontana show, and clearly, as you can see, we're getting all loaded up for that. I am kind of flying solo right now, and you know, since we don't have a loading dock, you kind of gotta make your own. I'm sure I could lift the ramp into my truck by myself, but it's just not worth risking like chinking a big old piece of plastic out of the tailgate liner there. We're ready to go. So the reason we don't have the rest of the crew with us is, you guys know Wes being the wheeler dealer. He actually headed out early this morning to go to a different part of town to, I think, buy some steps for his truck. Chris ended up riding with him, and I think we're meeting up with Bryant along the way, then Carlos along the way, then I'm pretty sure Wes is gonna tag in right at the end. So look at this Cali lift we got going on right there on that dually. Oh, good morning, buddy.
What's up?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, we've met up with Carlos now. He's leading the pack. We've got one more stop, and then we are on our way to the show. All right, so we've made it over here to a truck stop. We met up with Carlos. Carlos right there, big man Carlos himself. Carlos, bro, it's your turn. Best lifted?
What?
It's your turn for best lifted.
Nah, I don't think so, man. Hey, this dub show, these are like all the big dogs come out for this one. No more those little car and truck shows we go to. These are the big dogs.
So what you're saying is like, at C Bailey 619 is gonna be there? He ain't bringing his truck though.
No, oh, there goes Jarek right there.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What's up, buddy?
How are you? Look at his wheels, fresh and polished.
Woo, look at that. Look at that. Nardo's got a truck. I got my truck. Bryant brought his truck. Carlos brought his truck. Jarek, what happened to your truck, buddy?
I have a Mustang, first of all.
Oh, yikes.
No, I'm not one of those drivers.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little old, so it's in the shop. I'm getting a new air compressor for the AC and a water pump.
There you go.
Might as well do it now before it gets worse.
Well, I like your ride, man. It's good looking.
Oh, it's my sister's.
You found the keys?
Oh yeah, I did. Fuck.
So
it's my
Jared
sister's.
lost his keys this morning. He was supposed to. Yeah. This is our what we call it.
Well, let me give you a tour of my sister.
We don't got time. We're apparently doing this.
But this is my sister's car. Shout out to my sister for letting me borrow it for the week.
So we have made it over here to Auto Club Speedway. We're just pulling on in. We got Wes and Austin. You can see Austin got his truck back. He's way back there in the mirror. We pulled up to the main entrance where they're letting all the show vehicles in, and apparently that's not where we're supposed to go. We're on this little like back private entrance. So Carlos is over there doing the deal right now. So we're kind of wandering around before the show is started. Everybody's getting set up. It's crazy. This has it's like a mini SEMA vibe going on right here. We're pulling up to the dub lifted leveled area, which I'm pretty sure is where we're at, but we're not really sure. But what I like about the YouTube channel is I get to bring you guys a lot of behind the scenes stuff to these bigger shows, because there's not a lot of people running around these with a camera. So apparently, Sean, where you at, buddy?
We're here.
We're here.
We're here. I had a sweet talk. The guards. The lady, she tried to touch me.
We gotta keep this family friendly.
Oh, family friendly.
Friendly. Oh, you guys make this stuff.
I don't know.
So apparently we're not supposed to be in here at all without wristbands. Security just rolled up on us because we're driving around, but we're supposed to be meeting up with SR Designs. We're supposed to be in the dub lifted level booth, and well, we brought a lot of trucks, so yeah, I don't really know what's gonna happen. All right, so I think we found our spot. And it's kind of a free-for-all on how we want to set up, other than we got to stay inside these little lines here, so all of our trucks got to be angled. But, easy, Carlos! Easy! You're not like Wes, you can't just jump the thing.
What is Wes driving that damn thing? Those guiding him. There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hey, tell him to cut it that way a little bit.
Right there, yeah. Keep going. Right there.
Woo! Yeah, take care of that there. This is
Do the honors for me, man. This is a lot of work.
dude, you need like your own personal sunscreen assistant. Chris, get over here, bro. Team Wes, Team Gasser. You should be helping Wes put on some sunscreen. That's a lot of square footage.
This is a two-man job.
So this is what Wes was going to get early this morning. Him and his road dog Chris. Where you at, Chris? There you go.
We had to do a little transaction. Got some
Easy there.
got some
Godfather.
Got some amp steps for the truck.
Nice. All right, well, it's just like SEMA. Start bolting them on in the parking lot.
I don't know about all that. I mean, whoever has deeper pockets.
Jared and Chris over here, Team Carlos. They're trying to bribe everybody here.
It's not bribing. He looked a little thirsty, so I said, "Hey, you want a can of a drink?" And he's like, "Yeah, if you give me a drink, I'll get you first place." I was like, "All right." Deal.
We've got our entire setup done here, and the show is about to start. You can see, probably, maybe not, everybody in line over there behind me. We loaded in 4 hours before showtime. Everybody was just absolutely dying because of how hot it is out here, and having to hang out for 4 hours in the sun. But in true Chris fashion, Chris ain't letting the sun get the best of him. Rocking with Wes's umbrella.
Mine.
It's your umbrella? You got one too?
Yeah.
All right. Rocking Brian's umbrella in my reclining chair. Is Chris. You comfy, buddy?
Here we are at the Dub Show, and Ryan and Carlos always have a little rivalry going on. But let me give you guys a little behind the scenes of what really happens in the rivalry. All the little talking and everything. Carlos,
Broke your front drive shaft?
look at Ryan's talking crap.
Carlos, my grill's centered. What happened to yours? Why is yours not centered?
Always talking crap. And then Carlos over here trying to show off his truck. We're not trying his.
This is how much ass kissing Carlos does at a show.
No, it's not ass kissing. He's just stating facts.
Look at this.
Here we go. Carlos talking to the judge. And then Ryan always talking
Carlos,
crap.
show me go up and down. Or only mine does that.
I got a train horn. I don't want to hit it too loud. I got a train horn.
This is literally how every show goes. Carlos attacks the judges. No. Tries to sell his story.
Step at the top. Who puts a step at the top? Go ahead, man. Walk around, man.
Get in, drive it, do what you gotta do.
So one thing about the Dub shows, if you guys haven't been out to Dub shows, is this is basically a mini SEMA. Like a lot of these trucks I've already seen at SEMA. So if you guys don't have a chance to go out there, come to shows like this. I mean, this is the exact same tent setup that they use. Everything here is identical, and you get to see some pretty much, I mean, a lot of these trucks were SEMA trucks. So if any Dub shows are coming to your town, what?
Look what I just see right now. I see a
do you see?
Bluetooth four-wheel drive to your right. To your right. Bluetooth.
My 4 o'clock?
Yeah, right here. Look at that. Bluetooth
Oh,
four-wheel drive.
jeez.
Come on, bro.
Well, Carlos is on attack right now. Look at it. Look at Carlos. Carlos is on attack. See, you know, we talk crap about each other's trucks, but then we can team up on a Michigan drive shaft,
Yes,
right?
we can. Yes. Where's it at though?
I gotta say, as one of the suspension companies you don't see a lot of is Wicked Suspension, and they make some pretty primo parts. You just look at how burly their traction bars are. I do got to give this guy credit. He one-upped me. He did match his traction bars to his front impact bars up there, which is what I need to do with my 4-link bars. So I think after this year, I don't know if I want to buy a white Denali anymore. Seems like everybody's got white Denali's. It is a wrap. Yeah, so the whole truck's wrapped in. It's essentially, it's essentially kind of the pearl white. But I gotta say, Carlos, what's going on? How come his 4-link bar? He got the BB 4-link bar.
I didn't want that. Look
I don't know.
how
Jared told me you wanted that.
I wanted this right here. See this boomerang? See how it's etched in? That's beautiful, right? That's what I wanted.
So if you guys are gonna order the bulletproof cantilever setup or any of bulletproof stuff, they don't list a lot of things on their website.
Yeah.
So if I were you, I would either you call or have your shop call Bulletproof, because there's a lot of cool stuff like this. This is my first time ever seeing Bulletproof's 4-link bars that are like, I don't know, those are all, I think that's all aluminum machine, right? That's one solid piece.
Piece of aluminum.
Yeah. So check out how crazy those bars are. I like this exhaust setup. We saw something similar to this at SEMA. I like it. I think it's cool. It's different. Yeah, I don't think we got room for that though with all of our compressors and if we're gonna mount a train horn. So I don't know if we touched on this Scout when it was at SEMA, but this is probably one of my favorite international Scout builds that I have ever seen. It just looks so clean, the dark gunmetal gray color. And then Carlos was wondering, based on the grill, as you guys can see. Carlos was wondering if this guy's in the adult industry.
All right, what's up?
Bring you in here. So we're lucky enough, Carlos, right?
Yeah, Carlos.
We're lucky enough to find Carlos. Carlos, the owner of this beautiful Scout. There you go. Carlos, tell us about your Scout here, brother.
It has an LS6 on it, color match. It was a grandpa's fucking project that we brought out. It's been sitting for 40 years.
Wow.
And now this is what we got. It's a little dirty, but that's how we ride. It's an everyday driver. And anybody wants to come on and do some porn with it, we'll do it. Check that out. It's an old money thing that we know from back in the day. Bulletproof suspension, fully loaded. It's an everyday driver. You see my fast track. People from Newport know where I'm at. Red wheels, 24-inch with some 38s. Shout out to my homeboys from Pacific Stereo. They did my sound system. Cantilever, just like the race trucks. Little sounds right here, you know? Check that out.
There you go.
Nothing fancy, but it works.
Nice. Was Ed your grandpa?
It was my wife's grandparent.
Nice.
Yeah, so
kept
he
it in the
passed
family,
and it was
bro.
his shit.
There you
so
go.
I had to get it fixed and shit, you know?
Nice. So, anything 6x6 trucks, you guys probably know the Diesel Brothers, that's their thing. This was built by, I don't even know, it's on the license plate, RBD Truck Center or something. They built their own 6x6 Super Duty here. And I thought I had a sick air suspension. Check out their airbag setup. And I don't know, this almost looks like sword shocks with a hydraulic shock. I don't see why you do both, but I also don't understand 90% of what's going on with the suspension. I found Wes touching up underneath his truck, because we all know Wes touches everything. And he was looking at this crazy drop transfer case. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's made by SCS. Basically, it's got one input and two outputs, so you can drive the two axles in the rear at the same time. They make different ratios available for, like, you know, whatever, if you need a gear reduction. In this case, it's probably a 1-to-1. But yeah, it just gives you two outputs with one input.
So it is a true 6x6, so you can kind of see his drive shaft coming in, and then it splits it. So he's got a drive shaft coming out the top right there, which goes to the rear axle, and then a drive shaft coming in the bottom, which is super little stubby there. It's almost directly tied in to the front axle. That's crazy. It's a trip when you look at it, because if you look at it from here, you think there's no rear drive shaft, which is rare. You don't usually see that. You usually see no front drive shaft. This thing is insane. So one thing I got to give Ford credit for on the aluminum body trucks is they're perfect for what's going on here. I don't know if you guys can tell, this is not a wrap. This is actually all hand engraved, and being that it's an aluminum truck, that means obviously it's not going to rust when you hand engrave it, but literally every little piece on here you see is completely hand done with a Dremel. The master artist himself here, Hank, with your super sweet apron out here, dude. That's pretty sweet. And what I like about Hank is, so I was just telling him, like, you know, this thing looks sick, but the problem is, like, convincing people it's not a wrap, because that's, like, legit engraved. And I like your setup here where you actually show up to the shows.
Hell yeah.
You're doing some engraving right now.
I'm all fully mobile doing this badass little Cali piece.
Nice. Dude, that's crazy. So do you draw it first, or is it all?
Yeah, so I use a carbon pen, kind of get my base outlines going, and once I have that, then it's time to engrave and get down.
How long you been engraving?
So 7 years full timer now. So in 2015, when Ford came out with the all aluminum body, I just knew that had to be my canvas. So once I did that, I did a couple test hoods for a couple clients, and then we decided to go all out and just, I mean, what's crazier than a fully engraved truck riding down the road, you know? The bodies ain't fully engraved, the wheels, the entire suspension, the bumpers, the box reservoirs, air tank underneath, and a couple interior components.
And all Dremel.
So all Dremel.
I guess the one good thing about this show starting so late in the day is it's very rare at truck shows that we get to kind of show off our rock lights. I mean, it even looks like the lowrider scene is starting to get in and throw some lighting up underneath. Remember how I told you guys some guys take it to the next level? This is absolutely next level stuff right here in terms of, like, showing off your vehicle. You can see he's even got a generator running with a custom bandana generator cover he made to hide his Honda generator.
West side, 'cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today. I've been on the west side, 'cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case.
Hey bro, do you even hydro dip?
No,
Good Lord. I've never seen the inside of this thing.
It needs to be redone, but
That's a lot to look at when you're driving, huh?
it is.
Nice.
But you get used to it.
Probably one of the most famous people here. Mr. Keith, Mr. Sencal Trucks himself. In case you didn't know, Sencal. You probably don't need to introduce yourself because your truck is very famous on the interwebs. But go ahead, give us a little intro.
Well, it's 2011 Chevy Silverado HG. Got a full throttle 7-inch kit, 2414 Hostiles, wrapped in 35 Furies. As you can see, it got a little bit of money into it. More cleaning than money.
You're probably wondering about the color. He went with a highlighter yellow, and the reason you went highlighter yellow is
when I was building the truck, I was wanting to do a bright color because my previous truck I did the shocker yellow. I wanted to originally do white and orange, but because it had already been done, I actually had a pair of Nikes on that had highlighter laces. So we kind of fell in love with that color, and here we are.
apparently they're not cooperating right now, but he's got black light LEDs underneath this entire thing, which makes the highlighters like a, I don't know, it's like a black light color, right? So I was really hoping I would get to see it in person with all the black light on, but the good thing is he's also got white rock lights, so at least we get to see it that way. But super clean truck, brother. What are we running on this? HSP?
Yeah, so I have HSP, intake, coolant tank, Y-bridge, hot cold pipes, and then I have a Fleece Cheetah 63mm turbo.
That doesn't sound California compliant. Hold on, I gotta know. Well, here, as long as you put the sticker
I have
on
a
it.
carb sticker.
No, as long as you put the sticker that says causes cancer, you're okay. You're good to go.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, this sticker says I'm compliant, I think.
There you go. Yeah, what more do you need? Good. Well, I mean, you guys are probably all following him because he's way bigger than me on Instagram. But what is it? Sencal Trucks. Yeah. And then what's you want your personal?
Personal is Mr. Sencal himself.
Keep an eye out because they do a giant toy drive truck show every year.
It grew from about 100 trucks. This will be my 9th year doing it. Last year we got about 1,250 vehicles, 8 different charities, and we also supplied a full homeless camp with food, presents, blankets, pillows.
So make sure you guys check out the toy drive. I think we're gonna try and make it this year. It's a little bit of a drive, about 8 hours for us, but we might make the sacrifice and head on out to the Sencal Trucks toy drive. Is that what it's called? We got a local celebrity, guys. You guys may have seen him on, what is it, Truck
Night in America.
Truck Night in America, Savage H2. He actually took this thing out and competed on that show.
Obviously, 12-inch lift, bulletproof, resis all around, custom powder coated shocker yellow, custom matte purple off of a Dodge Challenger, full roll cage on the inside, custom interior. Get some lights on here for you.
Nice.
Completely welded in. Re-geared 513s. That's about it.
What'd you get, second on that show? Or?
Second, bro. I came in second. Got caught up on my torsion bars, which I ripped completely out of the truck. Jacked up my front axle. Came back 6 inches lower on the front end.
Wow.
Beat a bunch of stuff.
Solid axle swap coming soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Solid axle swap and Duramax swap.
Oh, I like it. I like
Possibility coming your
Follow
way.
him, Savage H2.
Savage H2.
For your lifted 3/4 and up 4x4, you have a third place contestant by the name of Daniel Gonzalez from Swoof. Coming in second will be Carlos. First place goes to Ryan.
Finally, buddy, we get to go together.
Next up is your lifted truck 2-wheel
can't be
drive.
mad.
Have a
You
third
can't be
place
mad.
contestant by the name of Tony Gonzalez.
Ryan, you got what?
I think we got best lifted and first place 3/4 ton, something.
32 rock lights.
32 rock lights.
I got second place.
Second place,
And
3/4 ton.
3/4 ton, yeah.
You got best 3/4 ton and best lifted.
Hey, this is nice. Hell yeah, I appreciate I made it, dude. Hey, mine's just broken. You want to trade? So I can, this is a sticker. I can just scrape this off, and then I could put a number 1 there, or I can add like best lifted of all.
Here's the problem. First place is a little bit bigger than second place.
Or
You're not gonna fool anybody, bro.
SUV?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. It says Ryan. I checked it. Just
What does it say, Carlos?
for all my
What does it say,
fans,
Carlos?
all my fans on the channel who go for me, because I have motor work. Thank you. I appreciate that. But he checked.
What are you talking about? You didn't see under my hood?
I saw your cold air intake. It's very cute. It's very cute. You know what? But I can like it though.
So we just got, Carlos had to go talk to the judge.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to go thank the judge. Carlos wanted to go berate the judge as to why and what the point system was and how come he lost.
Yes, you know what he said? Because you don't have bumpers. He's like, you got maxed out on motor. Ryan got 1 point for his cold air intake, and then he's like,
don't cry, bro. Don't your voice cry.
And then he said because you don't have bumpers. And I was like, I don't want bumpers.
Either way, we did good. What I like about it, as much as we compete, so one of us usually comes out. I mean, we got, what did I get? First place lifted 3/4 4x4, and then best 4x4 truck / SUV. And Carlos looking good over there.
Chris hates this song.
You don't like this song? Hey, dude, everybody plays this song. I hate this song.
So with that, guys, we're gonna wrap up another video. I think these trophies are gonna look good. Carlos, what do you think in the trophy shelf?
I think they're gonna look good.
There you go.
But I'm gonna keep mine. I'm not gonna give it away.
Oh, you're not giving this one away?
No, this is a nice one. It's built pretty nice.
All right. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that way you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to, hold on, let me turn the Monster M upside down to a W. You gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. Carlos, you've earned it, buddy. Go ahead, take it.
Roll the outro.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.